This video is sponsored by Marvel Rivals. You've heard of gray jeans. Well, they got nothing on my gray sweats. They're flexible, durable. They look really good on me. Wait a minute, why am I doing a voiceover for gray sweats? What is this all about? Because the character's name is Gray Jeans, so I'm wearing gray sweats? I feel like the joke wrote itself. The character's name is Jean Grey, not Gray Jeans. Oh. No, honestly, that makes way more sense. I don't know anybody that owns a pair of gray jeans. I don't even know how you could mistake that. Like, are you just dumb? No, I really dropped the ball on this one. I mean, should we just finish the intro anyway? I mean, I might as well finish the photo shoot, right? Yeah, we're already in this deep. Yeah. Gray sweats. So much better than gray jeans. Phoenix is the newest hero coming to Marvel Rivals Season 3, with Blade coming at the halfway point, which I'm so hyped about. Phoenix is a duelist who uses the Phoenix powers to dish out a ton of damage and destruction. But before I teach you how to play her, let's quickly go over her comic book history. Phoenix's real name is Jean Grey, and she is a mutant with telepathic and telekinetic abilities. When she was a kid, she unfortunately witnessed her friend's death in a car accident, which accidentally awakened Jean's powers. However, she didn't understand how to control her powers, and this caused her immense pain. Thankfully, Professor Charles Xavier met with Jean's parents and immediately helped her by blocking her powers until she was older and could control them. He let her know that she was a mutant, which is something her parents weren't told, because throughout the history of X-Men comics, mutants are treated pretty badly. So Professor Xavier convinced her parents to let Jean join his school for gifted youngsters, alongside Cyclops, Angel, Beast, and Iceman. Together they formed the X-Men, and she was and always has been a crucial part of many of the X-Men plotlines. Because inside Jean Grey is the Phoenix Force, which is just this cosmic entity that usually can't be controlled and causes immense destruction throughout the comics. But eventually Jean and the Phoenix became one, and she could finally control the powers that were inside her, and could use them to defend those in need throughout the galaxy. But before she became a cosmic entity, in the comics she marries Scott Summers, aka Cyclops, and they even have a child, Nathan Summers, who would end up becoming the mutant Cable in the future. And although Jean would be with Cyclops most of the time, there's always a love triangle between her, Scott, and Wolverine, which causes a bit of drama and amazing memes. Then when Jean supposedly died, Cyclops got with Emma Frost. So after she was resurrected, which she does because she's the Phoenix, it's a whole thing, she had beef with Emma, which is actually shown in the game.
You have no idea how long I've wanted to do that.
And on top of those love triangles, she's even had a love triangle with Cyclops and a cloned version of herself, Madeline Pryor. Her romantic life is a mess, her powers are uncontrollable, and that's what makes Jean Grey so fascinating. And in Season 3, her introduction comes with a bunch of cool Phoenix Force cosmetics in the Battle Pass, as well as some wild symbiote ones. Oh, what is this? No way! From Spider-Man 3! Hell yeah, dude! There's also a new Clintar domination map, so if you like the gooey vibe of the first Clintar map, you're gonna love this one. Okay, so that's Phoenix's backstory in a nutshell. So now that you know a little bit about Jean Grey, let's learn how to play her, shall we? Phoenix's main weapon is her Cosmic Flames, which launches a fiery hitscan attack that does a decent amount of damage and also applies a spark. Regular hits apply 1 spark and critical hits apply 2. At 3 sparks, a fiery explosion triggers, which actually applies an extra spark to enemies around the explosion. And it also gives Phoenix self-healing. So theoretically, you can dish out a ton of damage while also keeping yourself alive, especially if you land headshots. And while it does have damage fall off, you can land kills even from afar.
Mission area is yours.
Note that the sparks do go away after a while if you don't ignite the enemy. So yeah, lock in that aim, ya noob. But you can ignite enemies a lot easier with your first ability, Telekinetic Burst. This attack hits the targeted area with 3 explosions. The first one stuns the enemy, and the next 2 slow them down. And each of these explosions also add 1 spark to the enemy. So when paired with a few primary fire hits, this burst can create a ton of damage when enemies are clustered. And when timed right, it can help you secure some sweet kills. Got the Jeff. But when you take too much damage and need to escape, Phoenix does have a few defensive options to help out, like her next ability, Telepathic Illusion. This ability is an instant dodge in any direction, and you'll leave behind a Phoenix illusion that will explode and apply 1 spark to enemies hit. This movement is just very solid to escape in a pinch and dodge enemy attacks. Plus, sometimes when you dodge, you'll even end up getting a kill on the way out with the illusion, which is so satisfying. Oh, wow! That's a good clip, sorry. But her movement is even better when paired with her final ability, Dark Ascent. This ability has her merge with the Phoenix, allowing her to fly. While flying, you'll gain a slight movement boost and also reload your ammo. This flight is not on a cooldown, but instead has a meter that refills over time. So you can use this flight whenever you need to, which is great mid-fight to mix up your movement and reload in a pinch. It's great for getting to the high ground and raining hellfire from above. Or you can chase enemies who try to get to the high ground and escape. You ain't going nowheres, bucko!
I could feel your pain.
Sometimes if the enemy just doesn't have any range, you can escape an otherwise deadly situation. And when combined with your illusion, you can escape pretty safely and find a health pack somewhere. But it really isn't that fast, so don't expect it to bail you out every single time. Also, don't forget that you have the ability to fly. There is literally zero reason for you to be getting booped off maps. I forgot I can fly, bro, I'm stupid!
There you are.
Get it! Let's go! Her only team up is with Wolverine because, you know, the love triangles. With this team up, his claws become fiery and his leap attack gives him lifesteal. So that's cool if you're a Wolverine main, but it doesn't really do much for you as Phoenix. Awesome! Wolverine is even more broken, yay! Phoenix's ultimate is End Song Inferno. You go in like a nuke and just blow up everything. Anyone hit directly will take a ton of damage, and then a shockwave will happen that deals damage in an outrageously big radius. Like, it will hit people across the map. Like, sometimes you're just trying to escape, and then out of nowhere, a shockwave kills you. Like, come on! And anyone hit by this shockwave will also get a spark. It will also break any shields and bonus health hit by it, as well as deployables, which I'll get to what exactly gets destroyed in the pro tip section. Just be patient now, okay? Also, when you use this ultimate, you gain all of your lost health back. So sometimes just using it to survive isn't the worst option. Wherever you use the ultimate is where you'll spawn back after it's done. You don't land where the explosion is, which can be a little bit disorienting, so just be aware of that. This ultimate can do a ton of damage, especially when the enemies are clustered. It won't necessarily kill immediately, but that extra spark can help you get a final kill with it after. As long as you hit a surface, it will explode, so you can aim for a wall and still get the kill you want. Hitting the Spider-Man! Your ultimate can be destroyed on the way down, so make sure you don't land your ultimate near enemy ultimates or accidentally hit Penny Parker's mines on the way down. I did this on accident and it caught me so off guard. Wait, how did it not hit anybody?
What happened?
What the f just happened? Also, don't use it when you're surrounded by objects you can hit like trees. I missed the shield! I hit the tree. Ya noob. I know pretty much everything about gray jeans. So listen to these pro tips. Number 1. Jean Grey is good at countering flying heroes and flankers. As a hit scan, it's your duty to deal with storms, human torches, and of course, Spider-Man.
I am ready to put on a show.
Is it me or does it feel like you get a special bonus power when you fight Wolverines? Cause like the power of love or something? I just can't stop killing them. Number 2. Phoenix's melee also creates a spark, which is a nice added bonus. But because the Phoenix Force is the one meleeing, you actually can cancel your melee mid-animation with any of your abilities, allowing for some strong melee combos that you can do. So if you're in close range, learn to melee cancel. It's a ton of burst damage and it's definitely going to be worth using mid-game. Number 3. Okay, so you know how you use your ultimate sometimes and it just doesn't do anything, but then when your opponent uses it, they fully team wipe you? It's because you're not using it correctly. The optimal way to use the ultimate is to actually make sure at least one enemy has 2 sparks, and then target that enemy. And then it will cause an even bigger explosion and chain reaction, and actually kill more consistently. It's still a very strong ultimate, but even with 2 ultimates at the same time, like if Loki copies you, without any sparks on the enemies, it's not gonna do that much. So give it some spark, and then let it rip. Oh my god.
You've been judged.
Double kill. That's 3.
Dude, that was such an insane clip farm for me. And then do it again.
You are nothing!
That was all to kill Creo. Worth. Number 4. Now, as I promised, let's find out. What can Phoenix's ultimate destroy? Overall, Phoenix is pretty damn fun, and she feels like another solid answer to the flying meta we are beginning to see form. I think having more hitscan characters is always welcome, especially with hero bans in ranked, but she does feel a lot more explosive than the other hitscan heroes that already exist. I'm pretty excited for you all to try Phoenix, and I'm even more hyped for more X-Men characters to come out. Let's get Cyclops and Gambit soon, please! But how is she for noobs? For noobs, I would say she's medium difficulty to play. You have to be a bit of an aimer to get value out of her kit, and you have to use her ultimate a lot more wisely than you think. But I do think with enough practice, most noobs can go off with her easily. But what do you think? Do you think the Phoenix looks overpowered and needs nerfs, or underpowered and needs buffs? Do you think she's easy to play or hard to play? Let me know in the comments down below. Okay guys, I got another modeling gig for Gray Sweats, so I'll catch you later. Ya noob.